Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to try and interpret the energies that will be coming through with this full moon in Gemini. It's the last full moon of the year of 2024, so it is a great time to do a sort of comprehensive cleanse. But let's go ahead and start as usual with our crystal reading. I'm going to close my eyes. I need a bigger bowl. And like get in here. Okay. Oh, we have the golden healer quartz. Beautiful. Let me put this away. But yeah, I feel like there's like a feeling of like deep healing and deep cleansing, obviously with deep healing. And maybe you have been on your healing journey for a while, or maybe it's just begun. It does not matter. It's a good time to sort of get in there and do a little bit of a cleaning, a little clear out, maybe even do some sort of journal exercise or something like that for the year of 2024, a little year review, see where you have been and what you need, what you're ready to let go of. A sort of comprehensive cleanse. I don't know, that's like if I had to pick a little keyword or key phrase for this reading, that would be it. Comprehensive cleanse. I feel like you have done a lot of growth and a lot of work on yourself, honestly, as far as like feeling your self-worth. This is golden, so it's making me think of value, gold, even like pentacles energy. And I feel like a lot of that value was, oh my god, I hear my cats hissing at each other. A lot of that value was obtained via helping other people. Could be something that I'm getting with the golden healer. Maybe you discovering that you have certain healing gifts, or maybe even having some hardships happen and finding comfort through service to others, even if it's not in like a mystical, witchy, or, you know, magical kind of a way, like anything like that. It could just be in a human way where you started volunteering, or you just started like trying to be there for the people in your life more, and that's really helping you to see like what's important in life and realize your own inherent value. So okay, let's go ahead. I feel like this was a pretty vague message, so I feel like it kind of leaves the whole reading like open, and I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot to begin with. Okay. For Aries, what is gonna be, energies are coming through with this full moon in Gemini. What are the energies coming through for Aries, this full moon in Gemini? Spirit. All right, so to begin, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you've done a lot of thinking on the different relationships in your life and the give and take in a lot of different dynamics that you have in your life. And this could be some of the clearing work that you're doing. This could be some of the healing work that you've been doing, and this is why your self-worth has been raising up, because you've been taking stock. And this is a message that was coming through in my reading for 2025. So I'm not surprised to see like this continuation of this sort of an energy here, where with the Six of Pentacles, it's a relationship of give and take, and the Ace of Swords is an energy of clarity. And the way that this figure on the Ace of Swords is a swan is like facing away from these two koi fish. It's almost a feeling of like money is not enough, or like even just like having a title in a relationship is not enough. Does that make sense? Like, if it's not honoring me, if it's not valuing me, if it's not making me feel good, even if I can have it, doesn't mean I necessarily want it, unless like there's this sense of like equal give and take and abundance, like working in tandem, like working together as partners and each contributing, each helping the other out. It's almost like I'd rather be on my own here. So there's this sense of like I was saying with the healing and the value, where it's like you're really understanding your worth and you're not afraid to speak on it. You're not afraid to make cuts. You're not afraid to stand up for yourself here and to break away from certain things that aren't really aligning with you and making you feel in this abundant, heard, seen, valued sort of an energy here. And this goes for romantic relationships. This could go for jobs, friendships, even relationships with your coworkers. It's like if it's not an equal exchange, like this is almost like a dark Ace of Swords, like the way that this bird is like kind of dark. It's like we're not afraid to like almost like look like the villain is something that I'm getting, because that could be something where you could be dealing with some people, is something that I'm getting, that are like good at twisting the truth. And it's like, you're kind of like, I know the truth, so if I have to look like the villain in order to prove my point, like I don't care kind of a vibe is something that I'm getting. Like you could be around a lot of people that are manipulative and able to like say that someone does something that you like almost like against you, talks bad about you or does something like that. And then you hear about it and you're upset with them, and then they try to come to you and make up a story. With the Ace of Swords, this is truth energy. It's like, I'm looking through the sword of truth. I'm not going to co-sign your bullshit. I'm not going to just say that it's okay for you to say and do whatever you want. It's not okay. And you need to face the consequences of what you do, which might be having less of a relationship with me. Okay, what else is coming through for Aries? What else? What are the energies coming in with this full moon? We have the Three of Cups. Again, I feel like this is you like exiting certain circles and certain social groups and things like that. I feel like this could be, let's see, the Hanged Man in reverse. I feel like you've been taking stock, watching and observing your surroundings for a while. Yeah, with the Four of Swords, you've done a lot of thinking on certain things. This could have been a process where it's like somebody that you once considered a friend, somebody that you once had a lot of fun with, somebody that you once valued having in your life. And in a maybe like with the Three of Cups, that's not necessarily a deep, meaningful relationship. It could be, but it's more so like a fun, social, frivolous. It's the energy of the group. It's the energy of like a friend group, or it's the energy of like a group of coworkers, a social circle, something like that. Some sort of community even that you're a part of. And there's certain dynamics playing out that where it's like, whereas things were harmonious with us before, it's just not doing it for me anymore. With the Hanged Man in reverse, I feel that you sort of have been feeling this way for a while and maybe stuck and stagnant, as far as not stagnant and stuck, but almost maybe either like afraid to make a move, or like afraid to make a move, or again, afraid of looking like a bad, like again, this is like a more dark, this is a bat. When we have like these three playful dolphins, same thing here with these two koi fish, and then we have this more like dark swan here. Oh, black swan, like that movie. But which I've seen, but I don't remember if it's like relevant to this reading. I can't really remember how it ends. But I know I like the movie. But anyway, yeah, so that might resonate or be somehow tying into this, like a dynamic between those two ballerinas or something. Maybe like, you know, there was like, wasn't the one trying to sabotage her or something like that? So maybe there's something like that. Somebody was trying to sabotage you, and but then they're really good at like playing the victim or acting like they're the injured party and twisting things around, like I was saying. And you've noticed that, you've seen that this person is like that, but now you're not afraid to sort of call it out or just, again, like take a more firm hand here. With the Hanged Man in reverse, I feel like the Hanged Man upright is the Hanged Man seeing, again, this is me, that was maybe you in the past, seeing another side of a situation, a person, a job, whatever it is. And now it's like, okay, I've like untied myself and I'm ready to like walk away from this. You're realizing that you don't have to be stuck, even if you have to work with somebody, even if you have to see somebody, even if you're committed to a relationship with somebody, but you realize you're not happy, you do not have to stay in that relationship, is something that you're realizing. Or you don't have to co-sign people's bullshit. All right, what else is coming through here? The Five of Pentacles. With the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like something that you're realizing is everything that glitters isn't gold. That's another thing I'm getting here with this as well. You're realizing that there might be some sort of a loss, even like financially or something materially with the Five of Pentacles. But then with this Ace of Pentacles, it's about your mindset. Okay, so let's use an example. Let's say that you've been saving money for like the year. Like you've saved a lot of money and it gets stolen or it gets lost or something happens, some sort of emergency, and you like have to use the money. You have to like dip into your savings or something to that effect. Like, let's use that example. I just want to move this. I just realized it's not centered. Sorry. So let's say that, okay? And then you're kind of feeling like, ugh, like, I saved all this money for nothing. Like, it's gone. Like, and now, like, what was the point of that? Now I lost this money and blah, 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 blah. It's like you're feeling this loss, that you're feeling whatever. Or even like you lost a job that you put in a lot of work at and you were trying to move up the ladder, but then you realized that like that was never going to happen and you ended up losing your job, or getting fired or like losing the promotion to somebody else. But it's something here, the message that I'm getting is about all the hard work that you've put in. This is kind of like a completely different message from this. Now I'm getting like something else over here, like related to money and things like that. But kind of similar where it's like you're realizing like the value of like your own mind, whereas like perhaps you were like saving money and but you've lost the actual representation, like the money, the bills, like the whatever it is. But it's like the discipline that you cultivated by like saving that money remains. Does that make sense? Like, and you're having this realization. I just was hearing Joe Budden, there's no such thing as a crisis. It's hard to come up short when shit is priceless. Like you're realizing like the value of experience does trump certain things physically, like in your reality. Like the value of truth that you know trumps like being seen a certain way by like the people around you. Like your inherent truth, like even if people are going to be mad at you and not like you or something like that, or like we were talking about being the villain, it's not worth like the truth of your own soul. Hi, kitty. Hi, Kiki. My cat just jumped on the back of my chair. Hi, mama. But yeah, there's a sense like that where we're understanding, we're like transcending. It's almost like this more elevated perspective where we had to see something bad in order to flip back up and see it as a good thing in a way. Maybe not a good thing. Again, like say like your money got stolen. Like that's not ever going to be a good thing necessarily. But the discipline remains, and it's like, you know, that like the vessel that is you like has that discipline, that has that power, that can make that money back. And it's just physical and it's just like fluid and it's like floated away and it'll float right back. You know, that's like the vibe that I'm getting here. What else for you guys? Do we want to do more tarot? Or do we want to get oracles? Let's get oracles. Well, let's get some of these oracles and then we'll get the other ones. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through. With this full moon. And Gemini. What's coming through with this? Oh my God. We have authority. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. Okay. Oh, look, helping hand. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think that's too many. Let's see. What is the energy? Oh, okay. So we have helping hand. Yeah. Need others to assist with services, increase productivity. No one can handle it all. Okay. We have many choices. Hold it. Many choices, opportunities around when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at all your options. Okay. And we have bright ideas. Have an innovative new inspiration. Test new ideas and break out fast. Take action on your ideas. Limitations, fear and doubt. Limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. And fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. So a feeling that I'm getting here as well is that there may have been some like trials and tribulations. Again, like we were talking about, you might have had like conflict with people. You might have like had some sort of financial hit or some financial loss. All the things that we were obviously speaking on. And I feel that it was almost like happening to prepare you for like the next phase of your life. So like when you will actually be successful. It's almost like if you had this loss, it's like, or if this loss happens during the course of this moon, I never know if it's like happened already or if it's going to happen, but just apply whatever fits to you. If this loss has already occurred, it's like the way that you handled it. Or if this loss comes up, it's just the way that you're going to handle it. You're going to have like this more positive attitude. You're going to realize that you are capable, your own capabilities, like the fruits of labor. Labor is the work that you put in. Like labor is all the growth that you've done. Again, this is reminding me of the crystal, like the golden crystal. But again, it's like this tree has grown through the storms and the winds and the rains and the snow. And it's like, you know, decayed during the winter time and then like bloomed again in spring. And it's like gone through all these different cycles. And each cycle has like made it stronger and inherently more valuable and able to produce this beautiful like golden fruit that we see here. And it's like, you already, even despite having a loss, you realize like the value lies within you. So you still feel abundant, if that makes sense. It's like an inherent sense of abundance that nobody can really like take away from you, where no circumstance, no conflict, no setback, no limitations in your own mind. You're like transcending those. This looks like a bird cage, and the bird is like inside of it, but it's like outside of it. It's like, I think the limitations are still there and there is some worries that still crop up because we are still human after all, maybe thinking back on some losses that we've had, but I feel that we are transcending that and realizing like even when I had those losses, I was okay and I was able to fix things and move forward. I feel like there's a lot of new energy coming in. We have 2 aces here. We have 1 major arcana, which is the Hanged Man, and it's in reverse. So I feel like that points again to like, right, like an end of a period of reflection into like a period of more action-oriented and an action-oriented space. And then a 3, 6, and a 5. Pentacles, Cups. What are we missing here? What element? Earth, air, fire. There's really not a lot of fire here. So I feel like this moon is going to be more about like reflecting, doing, like with the 6 of Pentacles, it makes me think of like routines and things like that. I feel like increased productivity is here. So it's like productivity in that way, but almost like the building blocks of things that you have to do. I feel like get yourself organized, get yourself in a good headspace in order to build a foundation where you can build up your new ideas that you have. And I feel like there's two things about opportunities. Opportunities abound when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. So this is talking about that kind of feeling that we are getting, like a dilemma, a crisis. Like there's no such thing as a crisis. Like, and sometimes the only thing that the opportunity is that it's showing you how capable you are to handle it. Does that make sense? And that's like the gift of that situation. The way that you're able to look at the situation, the way that you're able to process through it, the way that you're able to see it and still keep yourself centered and balanced and figure out solutions instead of just like, you know, lamenting the loss and like succumbing to like despair. So, all right, let's see. What energies are we getting ready to release with this full moon? Oh, we don't want it to be messy. All right. What energies are getting ready to release, let go of? Okay. Discernment. And what energies need to be seen right now? Hot moon, extremes. Oh, that reminds me, I like shuffled a song for you and it was Electric Love by Borns. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but B-O with a little line through it, R-N-S. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then what energies are getting ready to emerge? Beaver moon, creation. Interesting. So we have like 2 full moons coming through in like this deck. We have a new moon on the bottom of the deck. Beginnings. Yeah, we have the 2 aces. I'm not surprised to see that. But look, waxing crescent, waning crescent. We have like a lot of like we don't have every card in this deck is not a full moon. So the fact that we got 2 is telling me that this is going to be a big release here of tension. Even like in a more sexual way or even in a more active way. So like right now, I would say we were talking about fire energy, but here it is right now. So there could be a lot of fire coming through inside of you, and that could be the energy of creation because we have that coming through next. So I feel like almost learning how to channel an energy of frustration at this time or an energy of extreme desire. If you have like a strong desire for somebody, say you had to like end a relationship or something like that, end a friendship, and you're missing people or you're wanting to meet new people and feeling a little bit like that's not going to happen. I feel like learning how to channel that energy into something productive is really going to help you get to the next phase of your life where I see like almost like building plans, blueprints. I feel like what's getting ready to emerge, you could get some sort of insight or idea. We have bright ideas, yeah. So I feel like that's something that could like literally come through. So maybe carve out a little time during the course of this moon. Obviously, if you're watching a moon reading, I'm assuming that you're somewhat spiritual and open to this sort of thing. So carve out some time to meditate, do some, what's it called, automatic writing. When if you don't know, you kind of go into a trance, into a meditative state. And then when you come out of it, you just start writing things down that like the first things that like pop into your head. We have what do we need to let go of? Discernment. I feel that this is an energy of like mental confusion, cloudiness, based off of trying to figure everything out, things that you can't see, things that you don't know about. How is this person feeling about me that I haven't heard from? What's gonna happen? Am I gonna get that promotion? What is my boss thinking? Like, am I gonna get that job? Like, am I gonna blah blah blah? Like, you know, trying to figure stuff like that out. I feel like that's where maybe that frustration is coming from. That spirit is like wanting you to like figure out how to like channel into a more productive avenue, maybe towards, you know, it's like sort of like the idea of stoicism. Whereas like, oh, you can't control anything else around you, like the things that maybe you're trying to figure out. It's almost like instead of being in this energy of trying to figure things out, guess what other people are going to do, figure out what their motivations are and what they're feeling and thinking, what's going to happen, instead channel that into like, what can I, like sucking all that energy back into yourself. Like almost like imagining, like, say you're focused on like a guy that is giving you the runaround, a guy that you haven't heard from or something like that, or a girl. try to imagine all your energy, like kind of like imagine there's like a cord connected to you both, almost like in Harry Potter with Voldemort, when it's like, I don't know if you ever, I don't know if they show that in the movie, because I hate the movies, so let's not get into it. But the books, they describe like the little balls of light, like their energy is connected, and it's like they're having a war of like who's gonna like push the ball of energy like towards the other one. So anyway, you could just imagine like your energy coming through on a cord like back to you, if that makes sense. It's a very powerful practice, and it helps you to like get your power back. And once all your power, like the things that you're thinking about and that you're like putting your energy like outwards, suck all that energy back into yourself, and learn how to channel that energy into your own life in whatever way that is. Like, look around. What are you worried about? Are you worried about that you're never going to meet somebody? Or are you worried that like whatever you're trying to figure out over here, if somebody likes you or if somebody is going to like hire you or whatever? Do what you can to like make yourself feel more productive. If you had some sort of financial loss, like start financially planning. Like, okay, I lost, like I don't know where this money is, or I don't know what happened to it, or I lost my job, now what can I do? Like, let me start building a resume, let me like spruce it up, like let me like take a look at my finances and really like take stock of what I still have left, and like what I can do with that, and what I need to do right away, and like come up with a plan, come up with solutions, because I feel like things are running really high, and it has the possibility to go either way, very good or very bad, and it depends on sort of like your ability to harness your own power and energy, and what you do with that energy is what I'm getting. And then we're moving into this energy of creation, and I feel like this is where you're deciding what you want to happen in your life. And again, you already have the blue plans, I was just saying, the blueprints, and they're already made, and but they're kind of sitting there not looking at them. And it's like, okay, like the creation process, I almost want to get a tarot card for this. The Six of Cups, the Naked Heart, and the Four of Pentacles. It's like you have these ideas, but you're like keeping them to yourself. I feel like this is something you thought of, something you had some sort of idea or some sort of vision for your life or something like that, where that really like made your heart pump and feel like this is something right. It filled up your heart, but it's like you're keeping it to yourself in some sort of a way. So whatever that could be, you might not have even had that vision or idea yet, but I feel that I gotta get this other deck that I want to use. But yeah, I feel like that is coming. And I feel like even if it's just an idea of like, oh, I want to like buy a house, or I want, like we have blueprints here, or I want to, you know, buy a house by the time I'm 30, and then figuring out a way to do that. How much would I have to save? What would I have to do? Don't tell yourself that it's impossible, because you never know. Focus on the house. Focus on the kind of house you want. Maybe focus on how you would decorate it and things like that, like a more fun way. The energy of creation is fun. Like, you know, it should be something that feels fun. Make a little vision board. It's like about to be 2025. That's a great time to make a vision board and things like that, and do sort of like activities like that. What else is coming through for this moon? Okay, let's just go one at a time. That was the Thinking Woman and Archangel Metatron. Sorry, honey. All right, what else? Okay, we have contract, happy family, and door to value. I love this. So, right, I feel like, again, there's something here with like creating and something with money, where it might be some sort of goal you have, an idea where it's like, you get an idea and it could be something that potentially makes you money, but with the bright ideas, but you're afraid to take the opportunity. The limits of your own mind are holding you back. So be aware of that and realize, think about all the times you went through something bad, where you had some sort of a crisis and you figured it out. You'll figure this out too. You have the same skills are kind of required for both. You know what to do. You're just going to use them in like almost like the opposite way is something that I'm getting. With the hot moon and the extremes, I feel like something that you could be struggling with is sort of like a sex versus love thing. feeling like you want to like maybe wait for the real thing. Maybe you were kind of like going a little wild or something like that, and now you're like, I just want to like sit back and wait for something real. Even if I have to forsake certain things, you're going to go from like one extreme to the other. Here as well, we have this sense of blindfoldedness, as well as her eyes being clouded and as well. And I feel that this is you learning how to like balance your mind here with the scales. This is you realizing that you don't have to see things. You just need to focus on your own life. You don't need to see what's going to happen next. Just deal with what's in front of you, but you can feel what you can touch, kind of a vibe. I feel like it's just like reiterating that message. And oh, let me just get this deck to get some advice for you guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up because I have to go to work. Okay. Let's see. What is the advice for Aries? Okay. What is the advice for my Aries watching that they need right now? Whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. Very much the energy I was picking up on. Beautiful. Oh. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. I love that. Let's get it. Sorry, it's like OCD people should not be a tarot reader. Okay. One more. What is the last advice that Aries needs to hear? All right, we got two more, of course. You are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want your life to take. That's kind of like the vibe I was getting, where like you've had some loss, but it's like you felt like things were going in a positive direction, but then you're having losses and you don't get it. You're like, okay, wait, what? Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. Yes, how you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your light. I love this. So yeah, you guys are strong. You guys are capable. You guys are navigating things like a pro. Like you seem to like, life is throwing some curveballs at you and you know what to do with them. Even if it's discouraging, even if it's disheartening, like you're going to make it through. And like, it's also, I feel like, preparing you to handle certain things. Because a lot of times when people have a lot of hardship and they're in survival mode, we were talking about this in my 2025 reading as well, which you can check out. But a lot of times when people have hardships, it's like success is like this scarier thing. It's like, okay, another crisis. Like there's no such thing as a crisis. I know how to deal with a crisis. But good things, like I don't know how to deal with that. Success, thrivingness, like what do I do with that? But I feel like you're starting to realize like, no, I actually can do it. I feel like you're starting to move past these limitations. You're kind of coming out of that energy. So I feel like this is just a reminder from Spirit, guys. So, all right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Don't forget, you know, like, subscribe if you like the vibe. Stick around with me for more content. And, you know, comment, like the video if you guys wouldn't mind. You know, I'm just a girl trying to like make it over here. I would really appreciate it. So, all right, I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye.